Namaste. Welcome,
Namaste.
everyone. We're so delighted that you joined us today for meditation. We know how busy you are. We know how difficult it is to squeeze one more thing into a day. So we're honored that you chose to be here to meditate today. Thank you, Liz and Engage, for hosting us. My name is Tess, and this is Noni.
Namaste.
And today's subject is mindfulness. But before we start, we want to remind you, if you have a cell phone nearby, you might want to turn it off, or a watch that has a ring or an alarm on it, so that when we meditate, you won't be disturbed if it should ring. So today, we're going to talk about moments of mindfulness. Noni and I teach both meditation and mindfulness together because we find that practicing both increases our happiness, our health significantly. Both meditation and mindfulness together confer similar benefits, but they compound in a really wonderful way that enhances your health, including your brain health, by the way, and it erases the effects of stress. And we need that in our lives because we humans, we just never stop, do we? We never stop moving. We never stop doing. We never stop planning. We never stop thinking. We modern humans just never rest. We've lost our way in that regard. And we are maximally stressed out and anxious and tired and pulled in too many directions. We're constantly pulled by our desires, our demands, our devices, and by our distractions. Do you ever just sit and breathe? Do you ever just sit and observe without thinking or judging or planning or working or reading or checking a device? This great quote bears repeating. Someone asked the Dalai Lama what perplexed him most about humanity. And he said, man, because man sacrifices his health in order to earn money. And then he sacrifices his money in order to recuperate his health. And then he's so anxious about the future that he can't enjoy the present and ultimately dies never having really lived in the present. When we're distracted, when our attention is divided, we're not fully present. And when we're not present, we miss so much of life. We miss so much magic and so much wonder. Mindfulness is the act of focusing our complete awareness in the present without judgment or distraction. The Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh wrote a book called The Miracle of Mindfulness. And he inspired today's meditation. He said about mindfulness, mindfulness is the miracle by which we master and restore ourselves. Mindfulness can call back a flash our dispersed mind and restore it to wholeness so that we can live each moment of life. So how does being mindful, being 100% present, moment to moment, help us master ourselves? The discipline of mindfulness is the way to befriend the wild mind, the mind that pulls us in every direction it wants. We have the power to lead our minds. We don't have to be at the mercy of our busy, anxious, upset thought habits. We can lead our minds in the direction of peace and joy and wholeness and gratitude. Only when we're truly present here and now, without distraction, can we experience the bliss and joy of our own true nature.
When we are distracted, we can't be in touch with our own true nature. You may say, am I distracted? Do I distract myself? Sadly, yes, we distract ourselves, and we do it all the time. How do we distract ourselves? Tess and I have noted down just a few ways. For instance, while you're having a meal, is the TV on? Are you checking the weather? Are you reading the news? Are you planning the rest of your day or evening? Are you fully present, enjoying your meal, savoring the flavors, smelling the aroma, tasting the herbs? When you're taking a walk, are you on the phone? Are you listening to music? Are you on a podcast? Are you fully present, looking for wonder? There's always wonder out there. You just have to have eyes to look for it. And then there are the times when we're resting. While you're resting, is your TV on in the background? Is there music playing? Are you texting? Are you emailing? Are you checking the phone? Are you reading 2 or 3 books at the same time, keeping up? So these are just a few examples of distracting ourselves. So we have a question for you. Do you think you always have to be doing something? The answer is no, you don't. There have been many recent studies which have proven that multitasking divides our attention. It makes us 50% less effective, and we make twice as many mistakes. So being fully present, fully focused on the one thing that you want to do will reap really good rewards. We often distract ourselves in order to avoid unpleasant emotions such as anxiety, anger, jealousy, fear, envy, sadness, loneliness, worry, etc. We distract ourselves so that we don't feel those things. But Tess and I have discovered that the best way to center ourselves and to restore ourselves at any time of the day or night is stop. Just stop. Stop, and then simply take hold of your own breath. Because the breath is the bridge between your body and your mind. This is why we use the Hamsa mantra. It's a breath mantra, and mindful breathing anchors you in the present moment. It relaxes and it calms both your body and your mind. Mindful breathing reduces anxiety. It helps with burnout. It provides pain relief. We know that to be true. And it decreases negative thinking. With mindful breathing, we pay attention to the sensation of the breath as it comes in and out of the body. So, here is a breathing exercise that you can do wherever you are as often as you want at any time of the day or night. And it will restore you. It will call back your dispersed thoughts and energy. And it will remind you who you really are, the nature of your true self, which is so much greater than those fears and worries and other things. So take a nice deep breath in and fully release that breath. That's the first step after you've stopped. Then take another breath in and breathe out whole. And one more nice steady breath in and release that breath fully. You can do this standing, you can do it sitting, you can do it lying down. After the 3 deep inhalations and exhalations, return to your normal rate of breathing. Then silently repeat hum on your in-breath, sa on the out-breath, hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Once more, try it. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Notice how calm your mind and your body feel after just a few mindful breaths. Yes.
Okay. Another mindfulness technique that we use many times a day is to invite nature to center and restore ourselves. Between tasks, when I'm cooking in the kitchen, I like to step outside and listen for the birds, look for something out of place, out of the ordinary. Is that a color blue I see across the way? That may be the first bluebird of spring.
And it was.
And it was. I'm always looking for something that fills me with awe and wonder and joy and energy. Any chance I get, I stop and smell the flowers or make a snowman, depending on the season. But it's so good to pause in between tasks and smile and engage your senses and breathe and connect with nature and yourself. It just takes a moment to feel and to appreciate the heat of the sun, or a warm breeze, or the cool rain. I make it a daily practice to seek out something that fills me with awe and gratitude, and that ensures that my heart is filled with joy. We mentioned Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh earlier. He inspired today's meditation. His spiritual community is in Plum Village in France. And at Plum Village, every quarter of an hour, they invite a bell to ring. And when the bell rings, everyone pauses and smiles and engages in mindful breathing. And this centers them and restores them. And once that mindful breathing break is done, they go back to work refreshed and with renewed focus. So we invite you, excuse me, to go ahead and try these techniques at home and see how you feel. And now, Noni will lead us in a dharana, or guided meditation on mindfulness.
So before we start, since you've been sitting for a little while, reach nice and high for the sky, stretch your arms, wiggle your body, wiggle your legs, and then take a nice, comfortable, upright sitting posture. Place both of your feet flat on the floor or on a solid surface, and place both feet hip width apart. Your knees are also hip width apart. If you're seated on the floor, or if you should ever wish to try sitting in the yoga position, you take a cross-legged position. You want to have your hips higher than your knees, and this will align your body so that your back is straight and you won't tip over. If your chair As you sinking, you might also want to put a cushion or a pillow underneath of your two sitting bones, and that will achieve the elevation of the hips that you want to have. Next, straighten your spine as much as is possible for you. Do not force anything. This is not supposed to hurt in any way, shape, or form. Let the back of your neck gently elongate. If it won't, you just imagine. And then to facilitate it, you take your chin and you nod just a wee bit. It's not accentuated, it's just a little bit of a tuck. This will facilitate the top of your head, the crown chakra, reaching toward the sky or the ceiling. Take both thumbs and forefingers, gently touching, and then place them palms down on your thighs. This is called chin mudra, and it helps to keep the energy within your body as you meditate. Now you can please close your eyes and let them soften. Imagine you're looking at a sleeping kitty or a sleeping brand new baby. Your eyes soften. And then smile. This will help your face and your jaw muscles to completely relax. Allow the muscles of your neck and your shoulders to soften and keep back and down. Then scan your body to see if there are any areas of discomfort or stress. And you can breathe in love, warmth, and relaxation and send it to those stressed areas. Take some time with this. And now we'll do the 3 breaths that we mentioned before. A nice deep breath in, and then let it out slowly. Another deep breath in, and let it out slowly. And a third deep breath in, and exhale fully. Excuse me. Please return to your normal rate of breathing. We're going to be using the breath mantra that we've introduced before. It's called Hamsa. It's a Sanskrit word. It's spelled Hamsa for those of us who speak English. It will aid us in meditation. Hamsa goes on within us every moment of every day, of every night, and every night, your entire life. We just haven't heard about it until we come to meditation. Hamsa helps to link the body, the mind, and the soul. It's been used for over 7,000 years to do that uniting of the body, mind, and soul. So you're in a long list of people who practice this. When we take an in-breath, we silently repeat hum. And then we're being present and mindful right now in the present moment. When we exhale, we repeat sa, and we're being present to our breath, our life force, our existence, and the greatness of our being. You'll notice when you meditate that thoughts will come and go. Sometimes they're incessant. And this is natural. Don't resist them and don't fight with them. Just notice them and gently return to repeating hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. So now, smile. Go ahead, try a nice, big, beautiful smile. And silently repeat hum on your in-breath and sa on your out-breath. Silently repeat to yourself, I am that essence which is fully present and aware. Once more, smile, your beautiful smile, and silently repeat hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath, and silently repeat to yourself, I am that essence, which is fully present and aware. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Silently repeat to yourself, I am that essence, which is calm and peaceful. Again, hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. Repeat to yourself quietly, I am that essence, which is calm and peaceful. You can continue to repeat hum on the in-breath and sa on the out-breath as we meditate. Hum on the in-breath, sa on the out-breath. And now we'll meditate. You may wish to take a few deep breaths before opening your eyes. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and bring your attention back to the room. It's always good to come back from meditating in a slow manner, not to have an alarm clock or something that will jar you. Always, please, always make sure that your toes, your ankles, your feet and your legs are awake before you stand up after meditation. We don't want anyone falling. So you can wiggle them around a bit. You can stretch. You can yawn. And then recall any experience or insight that you may have had while you were meditating. I'd like to make a little addition to what Tess said earlier. She was saying that the mindfulness portion of the meditation came from Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Vietnamese Zen master. The Hum Sa mantra comes from the Vedas and the Upanishads from India that are 7,000 or more years old, written down in Sanskrit, and probably more years than that as an oral tradition. So there's that distinction between the two. And now, if Liz is there and she can open up the mics, we'd like to know if there's anyone who has a question or a comment or an experience that they might like to share with us.
Yes, Kim put in the chat. Thank you so much. So much power here on Zoom.
Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you. We agree. When people come together to meditate, a great deal of wonderful energy is generated, and it spreads, and it benefits everyone around us.
True. I was hoping that a gentleman named Ray was going to be there because I was going to, for him. Is he with us today or was he not able?
I don't see Ray in our tiles, but there was someone earlier that I believe had a number. See, Nancy just put in the chat, Noni and Tess, your peacefulness draws me in.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. And if anyone would like to unmute themselves, you just have to, I just put everyone on mute during the meditation. You just have to tap that microphone that gets you unmuted.
Don't be bashful. We learned from each other's experiences
and questions.
Excuse me.
Well, I'm just really thankful for today. It was a marathon of a day and such a treat to be able to come and join you and just to feel my nervous system really like settle down.
Yes.
It's very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a question.
great.
When I started the deep breathing, the hum sauce, I kept yawning.
Oh,
That's
good.
okay.
That's your body saying, we like this oxygen, keep it up.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
Yes. You don't want to do the deep breathing for too long
Or too quick.
or too quickly because it can affect some people, like me, for instance. I get dizzy if I do it for too long. So
Hyperventilating.
it's like hyperventilating. So we usually say do it 3 times. If that's too much for
Slow
you,
and easy. Yeah.
you do it 2 times. But it does help to get the oxygen into the deepest part of the lungs. So good.
And it settles both the mind and the body at the same time. It's a quick trick. You can do it any time of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anybody else who has a question or a comment? We hope that you will be available to join us on Monday, April 22nd at 1 o'clock here on Zoom for more mindfulness techniques and also for meditation. So there'll be more tricks of how to get into meditation, and we'll answer questions if anything comes up for you between now and April 22nd.
Yeah, write them down.
Also, you can feel free to visit Engage Therapy and Wellness YouTube channel, where you can review and participate in the Zoom classes that have already been presented. And you can go in and see them as many times as you'd like until you feel comfortable just doing it all on your own. I'd like to thank everybody who is meditating every day. One of the things that happens is each time you meditate, you're uplifting yourself and you're giving that gift to anyone that you come in contact with, or any living creature that you come in contact with. And it also benefits our world. Tess and I usually have an intention before we meditate, and you might not be ready for that yet, but if you do feel ready for it, you can. So, for instance, an intention might be that that peace be able to be in everyone's hearts, that calmness and rational thinking be in everyone's hearts, especially in the war-torn areas of the world. You might want to meditate and send that energy to them. Or it may be a day when you just need all that energy for yourself. And so you call in all that energy and you say, my intention today, please God, come and help me. I would like to have calm and peace. And my intention today is to just settle into that space. Hold me while I meditate. So you can play around with that and have some fun. We thank you again for meditating every day. If you can only manage 5 minutes, great. You can work up to 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We meditated for 20 minutes today, and that's optimal. But you might not always have that time. And some people meditate 20 minutes early in the morning and 20 minutes before dinner.
Someone, a student asked Zen Master Suzuki, how long should I meditate? And he said, you should meditate 20 minutes a day, unless you're too busy, in which case you should meditate for 40 minutes a day. Because if you're too busy to meditate, you're too busy. So we encourage meditation as much as possible. And
Yes.
We're so glad you joined us. And Liz and Engage, thank you again for hosting us. Have a great month, everyone. We hope to see you in April.
On the 22nd.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Tess and Noni. That was such a wonderful class today.
Oh, glad you liked it.
Yeah. Yes, it was so helpful. I had it actually in the background as I was finishing up with someone who I've been encouraging to come join us. So
Oh, wonderful.
yeah, so
Great.
we were able to have some exposure to just some of your wisdom on meditation. So very appreciative.
Great. Wonderful. Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fun opportunity for us. Any chance to meditate and share meditation is
It's
a
a
good thing
plus.
for us. Yes.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So we'll see you next month.
Yep.
See, there's
22.
a comment. Thank you for allowing me to join in. Nice group, rich experience.
Sweet, sweet. That's wonderful. Great.
Right,
Thank
well,
you.
have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too, Liz.